Have you always aspired to be a professional wrestler? Do you think you have what it takes to step through these ropes and take your place among the immortals? Well, now you have an opportunity. Join us at the DCCW training facility at Harvest Ministries in McClenny, Florida. There you will be put to the test and challenged like you have never been challenged before. If you think you have what it takes, prove it to the world, but most importantly, prove it to yourself.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is the host from the Buzzing with Marlo podcast. I am yours truly, Warren Marlo. Guys, I know I said I was on a break, but I thought we'd have a cool little special tonight. So, guys, but if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, Snapchat. We are all there. Find us at Buzzing with Marlo. You can find us on pretty much everything. Also, you can find us on all audio platforms, just to name a few: Google Podcasts, Podbean, Podchaser, Podvine, Good Pods, and iHeartRadio, and now, listen, now, Pandora. That's right, guys. I guess they got tired of me whining about it. We are officially on Pandora. Round of applause. But yes, man, you can find us on almost all, I think, on 82 audio platforms. So round of applause on that. And it's the big show. I'm still blown away that we're on Pandora now. I know I got to upload a couple of extra episodes coming in. But first, guys, sadly, we did have the passing of a former guest that I did have on season 4. Guys, I'm talking about Dennis Mallon, man. Found out June 12th. Dennis was actually in a car accident and was sadly, passed away. So my prayers definitely go out to Dennis Mallon's family, friends, and all of them, man. Really humbled guy. Really enjoyed our chats. I mean, good Lord, man. I thank a lot to Dennis. Dennis networked me with so many actors and actresses and stuff like that. So major shout out to just him as a whole, man. Hardworking man, busted his tail, getting on TVs, and my goodness, he was on the Super Bowl commercial. So, guys, if you can, go on that YouTube channel, go on Dennis Mallon's channel, and get some of those awesome, clips and snippets of what he has presented, not only in his whole acting career, just to him as a whole. But, yes, my prayers do go out to Dennis Mallon's family and his friends and all that, man. Super awesome guy, and he will definitely be missed. But, guys, today's, like I said, it's a little special. You see the background. You see that there's a big event coming in town. I'm talking about the Baker County Fairgrounds, Jacksonville. It is time to bring some wrestling back up in here. That's right, guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. And I'm talking about one certain company, and I'm talking about Dccw. That's right, guys. They are going to be back next Saturday, July 15th at the Baker County Fairgrounds. There's a lot of awesome matches about to be announced. There's a lot of cool things that we're going to talk about here today. Obviously, everybody did reveal that I have got my debut coming out in Jacksonville next Saturday at the Baker County Fairgrounds. So we'll talk about more about that. I don't know who I'm facing. I don't know anything what's going on. All I know is I will be there. So obviously we know there's going to be a lot of other people that are going to be there as well. But first and foremost, I want to present one of those guys that's going to be there, one of the up and rising guys that has been one of the true pioneers of DCCW since he's began in pro wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the one, the only Prince Hansel. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Whew, it is Friday.
I know, finally.
It's been a week, bud. So, man, if nobody knows who you are, Prince, let them know, man.
Well, like you said before, I'm Prince Handsome. My motto is to make the world relevant, one irrelevant at a time. I'm all about looks and I'm all about being relevant inside and out. A lot of people think of, that type of stuff is just, the physical aspect, but Prince Handsome is a lifestyle, like the whole relevancy and the handsomeness. So, I always try to project that to the fans, whether they like it or not. And for the most part, it gets to some it doesn't. But eventually it'll get to them. So that's what Prince Handsome is all about, the handsome lifestyle.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Hey, I love how you you initiate the relevant standpoint. I like that one. I like that. I love just what you present, man, because a lot of people will misjudge just the appearance, the look, and stuff. But you really can move in the ring, and like you really show that your moves speak for what the words that you present in your promos and stuff like that. You have a unique way of spitting out promos and stuff, and the way you tell the stories in your matches, I'm very impressed. I'm not even going to lie to you, man, because like you have really have grown, like you have been presenting since day one. Like, hey, I'm here. I want to go further. I want to go higher up in the ranks. Give me this chance, and I won't let you down. And man, I mean, you got some matches with Jake Logan. I mean, that was one of your real good showcasing matches, I got to say. I mean, I'm still getting more featured in and into all the y'all's old matches and stuff like that, because obviously I got a personal foe I got to deal with. But other than that, I've been connected with you, all the guys in DCCW, man. Major shout out to y'all. Y'all have opened a home to me, and y'all have actually made me love wrestling again. And that's got to say something, because I was really gone. I was done. I won't even lie about it. I'm not sugarcoating anything. When I said I was done, I was done. And, I thought maybe doing one more run, but y'all actually helped me bring me back out to this and made me not only love it again, but made me have that passion to go, maybe I could still do this. And so major shout out to y'all for this, because y'all have been running very hot for a long time. I still say y'all are the second top promotion in Jacksonville by far. I'm not even sugarcoating when I say this. Like, y'all really bring out shows each and every time, and y'all kill it every single time. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all for that.
Well, that's an honor to hear. Thank you so much. If we inspired you, I feel like when people ask me, why do I want to be a wrestler, I tell them simply that is to inspire people. Because a lot of people aren't very knowledgeable of this type of ordeal, and they don't know the ins and outs, so they feel like they may not have the characteristics to be a part of it. But when they see other people, that inspires them, makes them want to do wrestling or even other aspects of life. So that's nice to hear. And I've been with DCCW since 2016, and I had my debut in 2018. And since then, I've just been with them for the forefront. And there's been a lot of matches I've had in the past. Some aren't recorded, because I also had, matches with Cha-Cha Charlie. I've had matches with David Mercury. I've had a match with Mikey Spandex, and those didn't get recorded, and those probably were great matches too. But I feel like I'm always having to prove myself, or always the underdog in a sense, just because of who I am as a person. Just because, like I've said in the past, I think a lot of Jacksonville wrestlers get kind of like the disadvantage, because I feel like in the wrestling world, people associate everybody, they're guilty of association, basically. So with us, people don't look at us like highly. So, I'm always in that disadvantage. I'm always having to prove and be the underdog, which I'm fine with for the most part. But I feel like I'm getting into the chapter in Prince Handsome's life where it's time for these bigger opportunities. It's time to give respect. It's time to, give me what I deserve, because I feel like I've been putting in all the work, all the effort, and doing what I need to do to get to that next level. So it's funny because, in a way you're saying you're kind of like getting back in. Like, there's been a lot of stuff making me feel like I should get out of it. And just because, there's stuff going on, but I'm really trying to stay focused on it. And I have my peers.
It is tough. I won't even lie, man. When you get that feeling, because we're gonna be real. Like, you could call wrestling fake, whatever you want, but this shit, I'm sorry. I would have to say it in plural. This shit really does hurt. And it's, regardless of adrenaline, whatever we want to do, I mean, we could obviously, play what you want to do. You can act the fight, whatever, but it does take a lot when you actually are on the show and actually performing. Like I told people numerous times, like, if I wasn't a father, I probably would have never left or whatever, with the injuries and stuff like that. I probably still would have kept going because, I mean, I'm not thinking right at that time because, you could still be in that selfish mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But, when I had that reality, I could hold my newborn daughter. That's where I had the feelings like, all right, man, is the pain worth it anymore? Like the doctor's telling me, hey, you need to stop. You really do need to stop. And like sometimes I could brush off this thing like, okay, that's okay. I understand it, whatever. But it hit me really different that day. And I mean, it really hurt me. I won't even lie. When I left. I didn't watch wrestling for half a year. I was depressed at the time because, I mean, I'm at home just sitting there. I'm like, why am I home? Like, it's bad when you're at your home and you're looking at it, I was like, why am I here? Like, I'm used to being on the road. I'm used to doing this and stuff like that. So it was just like a whole different transition at that time. So, I mean, I love the fact that when you say, you're at that cusp of like where you are ready to present yourself and showcase what you bring, but you're also at that point, it's like you're not fully burnt out, but you are getting tired of the other shenanigans that are going around, and the same thing because you are giving 100% each and every time you go into the trains. You've paid your dues. Like, dude, you do so much behind the scenes for this company. It's insane what you do. So I majorly give you ultimate congrats on this because that is a huge thing. Like I say people all the time, like, me doing this podcast, I would have never done if I became a wrestler because I learned how to connect with the audience. I learned how to do these things and it made me want to be more creative. So major props to you, and also shout out to your show, Keeping It Handsome. I mean, it definitely is doing something. And I mean, dude, you had Alicia Fox and them on the show recently. So, I mean, major congrats.
Yeah, thank you. It was just to be at the right place at the right time because I feel like that's how wrestling works. You just be at the right place at the right time. You'll get those opportunities. I'm very appreciative that those women let me take the time to, interview them. You probably know firsthand as far as being an interviewer, some people will give you the runaround. Some people tell you no, you get a lot of, denials from it. But I mean, for them to let
we could have stories for days on that scenario, but
it was very grateful and it just was very good. I mean, nice to pick their brain. And I also met other people backstage as well. And it just gave me like a different light on like it. Cause for example, Britt Baker, she came to the back and she shook everybody's hands. So it's nice to know they have that appreciation for indie wrestlers and they kind of still had that respect for them because she came by and she, shook everybody's hands. Some of the other guys like Daniel Bryson, all of them came by and shook everybody's hands. So it was good to, kind of have that experience because I think too, that kind of like helped motivate me with keeping it handsome because, sometimes your personal life, like you said before, kind of like just drains you and you just don't, you have to be 100% committed to the world of wrestling. If not, it's just not going to work out. So that kind of like revived me as far as, doing the keeping it handsome and even a little bit of wrestling. Cause, I got to talk to Alicia Fox and she was like saying how she really just wants to get more active in the whole indie scene and like local scene. And, having those type of people that want to help contribute from what they've experienced kind of will help some of us, or, get further or have a different mindset on, what we want to do, the direction we want to go, how we go about doing the stuff we do. So it was great. And yeah, I'm trying to keep pushing, keeping it handsome because I do have a degree in journalism. So this is the only way I'm getting to use my degree because my regular job is not in journalism. So, this is the way I'm able to use it.
Yeah, I mean, like I tell people, man, it's like I reference a lot about when I talk about the gym. You just show up, and I'm not a journalist at all, But people see me as like a motivational speaker, all these things. People like, dude, I can Google my name, and it's not just high school basketball player from Yulee High School back in the day. Now it's like legitimately Buzzwin Marlowe, the host, and it's crazy to like all these things. Like, I just done this to try it, and this podcast has grown just from me showing up and just doing my thing and learning more stuff. Because, dude, I didn't know nothing with technology. I didn't know about editing and all this other stuff into this. And a lot of people don't realize, like, all the details that you have to do with these things, which when you do live, it's easier because obviously the editing standpoint, whatever, but you still got to do the thumbnails. You still got to do all those little things. And it takes that time. And it's crazy. Like, man, I'm still learning. Like, that's something like I learned when I come in and start working with y'all guys is there's a lot of stuff I'm still learning when it regards being in the ring. Like, we witnessed it when I got back in training. Like, I looked like I didn't miss a beat at the time, but also there were some weaknesses that I've always avoided when I get in my matches. Okay, I wasn't the best grappler person. Okay, what we're working on in training? Grappling. All right, now I'm going to look like a fresh crab out of there for this one because I just literally lacked it for so long, and I used to avoid it in my matches. But I love the fact that I couldn't avoid it, and I had to learn from it and figure out, okay, what can I do to escape that? What can I do to showcase that, to make it look like the crowd's looking at me like, oh my gosh, get up type scenario. So it's just really cool, like, how you can keep adapting, but you're also keeping learning. And that's what really I think like is that passion just for anything, not even just wrestling, like with the podcast or anything like that. Like, I had to learn, the plays will be there, not to really just focus on, okay, how many people have viewed it this week? How many people have done it this week? Just do my part, promote it, do what I can, and then the rest is history. If it works, it works. Like, one episode that I had with a magnificent guest, I thought that was going to be the one to make me just go global. It didn't go as much. The one that went really well is a guy that literally lived not even down in Jacksonville compared to the one that was in LA that literally has had movie extravaganzas. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh man, I can't believe I did this episode with him. And he actually was one of the lowest played because people, like, I don't know, like, honestly, you never know what the people like, and it's just like you just got to keep doing them. And that's basically all I can say is like, so I love when you talked about your journalist degree and stuff like that. That tells you like there is something that you are looking to do further on down the road. And I mean, you're really good on the mic. You really are not. I really don't want you to put behind about being an announcer later down the road after the wrestling is done, because dude, you've got a showcase for that. I'm not even gonna lie. You being in a camera, I can just tell that is something that you're passionate about. Getting yourself on the camera and just let you free. And you could tell just the way you express on the microphone and how you do on the camera. You're very professional, very professional. Like how we talked recently. You're like, all right, I told the guys ahead of time, don't cuss. Like, that just tells you like how you're trying to make this thing be and how to make this thing go. So that's basically all I can tell you, man. Just keep that consistency up and that fire will still go. Man, with me, 2 kids in and out of this room, back and forth. That's why most of my episodes were pre-recorded, because my daughter had to be in episode 19 out of the 30 times that I'm on the camera. My wife, in and out. Like, they didn't realize how serious this was until they went on YouTube and they would look at it and go, oh my gosh, that's how many people watched y'all? I'm like, yeah, like you want us to have extra income? Look, people just bought these shirts and stuff like that just because they watched this episode and stuff like that. It's just crazy how that one would make you expand out. So major props to you on that, man. Major props.
Yeah. Like you were saying before, I feel like, wrestling and being, a podcaster, interviewer is kind of parallel, because like you said, with wrestling, you don't never fully learn everything. Like there's still progression. You're always going to be learning as well with doing podcast and interviews. Like it's fully learned, because, the way you do stuff is still progressing. How they used to do interviews now is way different. Now you can do everything on your phone. I was just watching a guy on TikTok saying that there's a study out that people will rather get their news from TikTok now than they would on actual news stations. So like stuff
Isn't that crazy?
Progresses as well as wrestling consistently progresses. So you never fully learn things. So you're always learning in both those aspects of life, in both wrestling. So that's why I said it kind of keeps you on your P's and Q's. And when I first started doing the interview and stuff, I was initially scared and intimidated, but over time I just had to force myself to do it. And once I did, it's still coming natural because I'm teaching myself not only the interviewing aspect but doing commentary, because I do commentary sometimes for Glorify and like even doing ring announcing. I've done it for a couple of shows. And it's just I'm the type of person I want to do a little bit of everything. I want to be a jack of all trades because I'm 32 years old now. I don't plan on doing the in-ring aspect forever. So
I thought you were younger. I thought you were way younger, man. You're the same age as me.
Thank you.
I thought you were younger than me for real. I thought you were like maybe 26, maybe if that.
No, I'm 32 years old, 91. But yeah, I'm not getting any younger. So, I need a plan B. So, doing this stuff will kind of help build my portfolio. So when I do decide to walk away from the ring halls, to be able to stay in the business, I can, do those things. So I enjoy doing it for the most part. I'm, keep doing it. And I, admire you for doing this and you're keeping at it and, doing, not only the wrestling aspect, but other things as well. So it's good to see there's like a community that's building here in Jacksonville of people that are doing this.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, it's just consistency and you do it. I mean, all the guys and training wise, I mean, like I literally said, if I got back in the ring, I was never gonna mess with trainers, little trainees again. And I enjoy going out there and training with y'all and seeing what y'all do and stuff because they really are wanting to learn. And shout out to Steve, man. Steve does an amazing job with y'all. The way Steve and Vanessa's connection is with all y'all is what brought me to DCCW because I legitimately thought that wasn't real anymore because of where the promotions that I was in the past and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you're in there with sharks at all times. And there's a fine line of, who are your friends and who are your acquaintances. And I mean, I have a very select few that I really say are really through my whole wrestling tenure that were like my friends, because I mean sometimes the ones you think are your friends are waiting for you to drop down, and then they're going to take the high rocket, and then you don't hear from them again.
Right.
And so I mean it's really good that I love to see the brotherhood that y'all have just overall with y'all. And man, I mean the stuff that you've been putting in, I mean the matches that you have progressed. I mean, you're on an undefeated streak kind of right now in 2023, aren't you? A little bit other than the Jake Logan match. Like, you were legitimately almost in an undefeated radar right now in 2023. So you've only lost, maybe one match so far right now.
Yeah. Last year I went undefeated until I had a match against him. And then, this year I won my match against Dash and Cam, which I want to give my props to Dash and Cam because he did an excellent job. I feel like a lot of people had negative outlook on him as an in-ring competitor, and I really think he really showed, what he had to offer.
He's been doing it for a long time too, though.
Yeah, he's been doing it. A lot of people have just a negative outlook on him, but he actually proved himself in that match against me, and I was very proud of him. I let him know after the match, even though, a lot of times I don't like these guys, but at the same time, I'll give somebody's props where they're due. And like you were speaking with the trainees, a lot of these trainees, despite some of them being hungry, that's both a good and a bad thing, but I respect them because they're bringing a different sense of speed, as far as training go, and really being hungry and really want to learn and really want to, do what they can. So I do, give them their props for that. One thing I can say about Steve and Vanessa is, a lot of times I feel like it is very family oriented, but a lot of times people don't want to showcase. Even there's times we have disagreements, there's times we get into it, but what I respect about them is they're willing to sit down and have the conversation, whether they want to hear it or not, whether they like it or not, and they still are willing to listen and work something out with you. And I feel like that's what a family is all about. We're going to have disagreements, but as long as you can work through those disagreements, kind of depicts what type of family you really are, if you're really there for that person. So I do give them that, as far as just being with them since 2018 and really Because I've had times where I've sat down and talked to them about certain things, and they were very respectable. They listened. So you need that in this type of business, because like you said, a lot of people are in it for themselves. So if you have one or two people that are willing to see something in you and support you, that could take you so further in your career.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. And like I said, man, I've been around for a while and seen the promoters in the past and stuff like that. And Steve and Vanessa really do stand out, because not only do they literally like entwine with the audience, like they literally, like, the one thing I do love about it is they preach before they do the actual show. And you don't see wrestling and ministry together often at all. And that's something that they make a very strong approach to. I mean, even in the trainings, like you got to know at least a couple of the commandments, or you're doing some drills for days over there. So, I mean, there's some things like they literally have an approach to. And that's something when I was younger, very younger at the time, starting this thing out, wasn't really presented in that way. And that's something like I had to question a lot of things that I was pursuing at the same time, because, with my belief and stuff like that, to being like, am I doing right with him doing this? Because for the longest time, a lot of people weren't really into that mindset and stuff like that. So, I mean, it makes you literally go on these little roller coasters back and forth. But like you said, man, brotherhood, a family. And if we don't disagree, you're going to hash it out. You're going to do your things. And they actually do sit down and really try to talk to you. And if you have a problem, they want you to address it. They don't want you to kind of like hide it in. That's something I've learned with Steve and Vanessa personally, because, I can relate to them because my son is autistic. So I can really relate to, with their son and with Ollie and stuff like that. So, and I've really had a lot of questions and had a real in-depth conversation with Steve. Like, how did you feel like when you had these things? Like, did you feel like it was just a thing? Like, okay, he's going to grow out of it and stuff like that? Because that's how I felt with my kid. And, it took me a long time to actually realize, like, okay, autistic's not a real big disability. It's something special. It's not like a disease. And that's something like it drives me nuts when I see all these causes for autism. They treat it like it's a disease or something, like you can cure it like cancer. So it's some things like I love the approach of what Steve and Vanessa do. I love the benefits that they do for these shows, the sponsors that they do for these people, people that are trying to build homes for homeless people, that bring kids to families that don't have families. Like, they really do so much more than just wrestling. And that's something like I really can tell that Steve and Vanessa put a lot of hard work to really approach. Like, they do an awesome wrestling show, but overall, their main objective is to make a change for someone's life. And that's something that I really take a big appreciation to. So, Prince, who are you facing next Saturday, man? And like, you got some strategies? Have you seen some of the matches that person has done? Because like we've just been talking about these trainees, like this guy right now, he's one of the standout trainees right now, in my opinion.
Yes, he is one of the standouts. I'll give him that. He's very athletic. He has a very bright future. I have watched his matches firsthand because, like I said, a part of benefiting me is being also an interviewer and commentator. I actually get to watch my opponents firsthand and kind of like see what they're all about. So I have watched him from the commentary table. I'm not really worried about it because at the end of the day, I'm very, comfortable with how I work in the ring and I can feel him out very easily. But I mean, I know it's going to be a great match because I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like I'm not for
he's growing. He's growing, man. I like his style. I like his style in the ring.
He's a force to be reckoned with. He's going to be something special. So I know this is going to be a great match. I know I can't take him lightly. So, I mean, it's going to be a good one-on-one match. And I hope this, helps, not only, of course, the goal is to, put eyes on me, but I hope this opportunity also puts more eyes on him and people really see him in a different light. And maybe this helps elevate him because, I mean, let's be real. He's had matches against his peers that can only get him so far. But now this is an opportunity where he's taking on one of the guys.
This is a learning curve.
it's going to be worthwhile and it can actually help him out. So this maybe
it's kind of like a video game, man. It's kind of like you're like that next level to really seeing where he's at, because like you just said, he's been wrestling all these, you know, lower tier guys that he's been used to being in the ring with, training every week and stuff like that. Now he's getting in there with someone that's more experienced and has a name to himself. What can he learn from, you know, being in the ring with you and stuff like that? Like I tell, the first thing that I could tell that you bring first approach is you really know ring psychology. Like you really study that more than anyone I know, because the way you connect with the crowd, like, you know, me as a baby face, I'm, you know, USA, get the hype, you know, kiss the babies, all that craziness. You look at each and every one of them and try to make them absolutely hate you. But they also like you in a way because of how creative you can be in the matches as well. So, I mean, I give you props on that, because that is something very hard to do. You make sure you connect with each and every audience, that every eye that's on you, and you try to like visualize and look at them and make it an approach like, this is something that I could do to you if you even thought about coming after me type scenario. Like that is like really cool to me. I would definitely say that part.
Yeah, I think that a lot of these younger guys that come in, I ain't saying like I'm not old or whatever, but I mean, I kind of am old, but you know, these guys that's coming in now, they kind of forget the whole aspect of wrestling. Like wrestling, it takes, like they say with raising a kid, it takes the village. It takes a village to kind of get, you know, a match over, get yourself over. You know, you need to be indulged with the crowd in order to help get those moments out throughout the match, so it can be very understandable for everybody else that's watching it, as well as you need your opponent to work, you know, need to work with them in order to, you know, get your story over, get the match over, and get people to understand who Prince Handsome is, who Chris, you know, Mr. Perfect Kane, whatever, I forgot his name. I just know it's Chris Kane. Doesn't matter. He's irrelevant. But, you know, you need these counterparts in order to make the match, you know, something that it needs to be. And a lot of people lack that, because I feel like a lot of people just focus on the wrestling aspect. It's like a lot of people don't have personality, don't have a character. And that's what we're missing. That's what, like, a lot of times the WWE guys, they, you know, in the back, they miss, you know, the Undertakers, to John Cena's, the Hulk Hogan's, because that's not a thing anymore.
Man. I mean, look at the bloodline. That's literally been the biggest storytelling thing that has been going on in this whole wrestling genre in a long time. It's because you're not instantly taking it, you're spreading it out. And that's something like so many people don't realize. Like if you saw my recent match and stuff like that, like literally I showcased when I did the wrap up, the dude stepped on my foot. I sold it for a second so you could see what he done. People don't do that stuff no more. Like that is an old school analogy. You get in a waist lock, you're trying to get out of that, regardless whatever it takes, especially as a bad guy. It's not like you're playing by the rules. For him to step on my foot like that, it brought an approach to different fans that are like, oh my gosh, I have not seen somebody do something smart like that. And it's like, you know, these little things is what builds wrestling as a whole. Like I preach on it on commission talks and stuff like that. I just wish the moves mattered more. Like you could do a super kick, but make it make sense. Like even with the Usos, even though they do like 4 or 5 super kicks, they don't do it constantly every single second of the way. They're showcasing it to where you see it and you don't even expect it when it's going to happen. That's something like I really look for in the match. It's like me not to expect of what's going to happen. If I see somebody on the top rope, I want to see it matter. I don't want to see a 1 count. If it's a 1 count on the top rope, that was an absolute waste. You really just tarnished. You probably hurt your longevity with the body just as an overall as it is. But for a 1 count, that is a desperation maneuver. That is not just something that you just do to do. And when you saw me do a crossbody, you're getting a 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out at that one. Not 1. Oh, kicked out. I would have been very pissed because I'm like, look, man, I just hyped the crowd up for this. I just jumped off of this, and you just kick out of that. You just tarnished my whole gimmick that way. You just tarnished the whole scenario, what we were presenting in the match. Like, these are those simple things that people really – and that's something I kind of made an approach as well when I first – saw the trainees and stuff like that. Like I remember the first time I was there, they were doing matches, and they were just doing moves, and they were all over the place. They were just, a couple of them thought they did one show and they thought they knew everything, and it looked really bad. It looked like it was just a squaffle. Steve damn near about lost his mind watching it. And I remember how mad Steve got with that, because Steve really wants something that matters. And he's told them, it's like, when you do a clothesline, raise your arm up, make it looks that approach to those things. And that's something that so many people fail to do nowadays. And that you could do a full match with a clothesline if you do it right. You could do a full match with a headlock if you do it right. Like, people don't realize, like, we could make more of a longevity with wrestling if we were smart in the ring. Like, when I got bigger out and I started going on my name a little bit, I started playing with the top rope a little bit. And guess what? I'm not fully doing that this time, because I know what it done to me. I know what it does. Like, if you see me on the top rope, it's going to be a meaningful sub scenario. It's not going to be, he's just going to be on top rope to be on top rope, because it's going to tell that story. Be like, all right, I need to go to that limit to get to there to do that, because that's what this match means to me. Like, me proving that, okay, I can hang with these guys. Okay, I can do this and stuff like that. That's what these matches need to matter. Like, when you're on that top rope, you need to make the crowd's energy feel like they just invested fully into you to land on that person. And that's something that it really drives me nuts when I watch, no offense, I watch a lot of AEW, because it really just like, bro, you had it, and then when you done that, I kind of got distracted from watching the match, because it's like those little things, it does a lot. And that's something that nobody really realizes. And I love, guys like Tyson Kidd and stuff like that. They showcase these submissions, but they show why they're doing it, how they're getting into it, and how it makes sense in the matches. And that's something like I wish that people really would make an acknowledgement to focus in a match with nowadays. Yeah, like, definitely an arm drag. Like, good Lord. It's not hard with that one.
I see Jules talking crap, but when it comes to the interview world, you can break kayfabe when you're talking about, you can have a type of interview where you're doing that, and then you can have one where you're not. This is one where you're doing that. So, because he's still a rookie, he's still learning. As I said, a lot of them, those guys, they still have a lot to learn. So I feel like they kind of overstep their bounds and stuff. And like, they mentioned something in the back. They're talking about, I need to do more flippy stuff. And I'm like, that's why I appreciate wrestlers like The Miz, because The Miz does it when it matters. And he's actually had a longer career and is going to have a long career because he's never gotten injured. You do that stuff when it's meant to be. You do that stuff when it'll mean the most. And it also just gives you a longevity-wise career. So with Chris Kane, I feel like one thing I do like about him, he's very coachable. He's eager to learn. He's doing everything he can to, perfect his craft and really get, precise in the ring. And I just know that, I'm going to have a little bit of work cut out for me, but not a lot, because at the end of the day, I do my homework, I work, I train, I go to the weight room, I do what I need to do, because at the end of the day, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So it's, good that some of these guys will get to see this opportunity, even besides him, that are next in line, because, yes, some of them may have had a match against somebody on the upper card, but this will be like the first match where they have one that's been there. So maybe they'll learn something from this match, not just Chris, but the other guys as well. But yeah, so Chris, if you're watching this, just know it's not going to be easy feat. Of course, Prince Handsome is going to pull out all the stops, so I hope you're ready for it, because at the end of the day, I am the most handsome, the most athletic, the most in shape that you probably have had a match against thus far. So be ready, okay?
Yeah, I love it. Hey, I love the promo. Prince, I appreciate you, man. I hope you have a good one. Good luck on you Saturday. Guys, check out Prince Handsome. Check out his podcast, Keeping It Handsome. Prince, I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right, guys. All right. All righty now. All right. Now we're going to express and we're going to talk a little bit about the match card itself. But, guys, we did just talk about a newer person that's coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome back the shiny one himself, Jules Bradley. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good.
With that beautiful moonsault picture. I love it. I love it. Hey, man, you got to show us the camera. Come on now.
You can't pay for pictures like that.
You worked so hard on that new hairstyle, man. I people talk about that hairstyle every time you're on the camera, bro.
I can't do as good as that picture right now, man. And honestly, I'm trying to keep my location kind of a secret. I've got angry Germans with hit lists out on me right now, so it's better if I just stay undisclosed.
Hey, man, Jules, how are you doing, man? I know you got a big event this Saturday coming up. Next Saturday, Baker County Fairgrounds. You got a match that you have been begging for a long time, man. Like, what are your thoughts going into it?
That's right, begging. This guy done ran from me. He done hid from me. He done came up and attacked me when my back was turned with a steel chair. I mean, so yeah, it's taken everything and then some to get this guy in the ring with me. So just say I'm excited is an understatement. I can't wait to get my hands on JJ Dillinger.
Jules, I hate to tell you, man, somebody's here.
See, and this is why another reason I can't disclose my location.
I mean, I don't mind showing my location. You don't know where it is.
Gosh, already. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry. I'm very uncensored. I mean, look at my tagline, the devil. Come on. The real one, not the fake one in AEW.
Hey, JJ, how are you doing, my friend? Jules has been saying that you have been running away from him. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, coward. What you got to say about that?
Oh, he wasn't calling me a coward. Oh, well, let me say this one thing. A coward doesn't slap a man with a slipper. You're mad at me because I took you out. You're mad at me because I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I saw an opportunity and I took advantage of the opportunity. I made sure my so-called opponent was in a predicament that he wouldn't see it coming, and you didn't see that chair coming until you felt it. And then you felt that DDT, that reverse one. And then you felt that slipper, that chupeta. Go have you been as I don't know, I don't speak dog, but still, I'm just saying, Jules. Bring it, boy. Bring it. See, even that man said facts. Ryan said facts. And ooh. So I say to you, Jules, give me all you got, boy. Because even then, when you did in the first time, you know, if you go check out DCCW Glorified
Hold on.
right now.
We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it in a second.
I mean, I'm doing
I don't care. Nobody need to watch his underhanded tactics. This is exactly why I called you out, JJ. This is why you've been my target since day one. These kind of underhanded, cowardly tactics is why I've called you out since day one.
But Jules, don't you do cowardly, underhanded tactics in other promotions?
I guess I'm learning from the best, huh?
Maybe you shouldn't be such a goody two shoes, puta.
I've done warned you before, like I said in my first promo. I'm from that low road too, JJ.
You're from the low road, but you haven't taken it yet. So why don't you go back down the low road, boy?
I think that's something you need to be worried about.
Oh, I'm not worried. I never am worried. Why would I be worried? Hell, what about this? You and what was the little boy, your opponent that I slapped around too, Mr. Kane, Mr. Pibbs looking boy,
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful, whatever his name is. But still, why don't you two come out to the ring together? I mean, it seems you two need each other. So why don't you bring it? Why don't both of you come out and let's see what happens? Maybe you need someone to just watch your back, since your eyes never see it coming.
I'll have you know I got quite a few people in that locker room watching my back.
Well, why didn't none of them come out to the ring and help you? Oh,
you said, you chose your opportunity. You knew when to strike. You knew what you were doing.
Well, no, duh. I'm smart.
We'll see just how smart.
We will, because I'm going to slap you around again. Maybe, just maybe, you'll see it coming this time.
You won't.
I won't what? Come on now, cut a promo. Come on, this is mic time. Come on.
What do you want me to say?
What do you
want me to point out? That I can and you can't? That I will and you won't? That I do and you don't?
Do what? You lose? Oh, your fault. Which one?
I lose. I'm undefeated in Alabama.
That's Alabama. I'm talking about DCCW. I don't give a damn about Alabama.
Yeah, well, technically, I guess I won my last match thanks to you.
Negroes for no reason. Well, that's most of the United States. But still, though, I don't give a damn about Alabama, where most of the people date each other's relatives and brothers and sisters have sex with one another. I don't care about Alabama. I'm talking about DCCW, boy, where we're going to have a match July 15th.
Let's talk about DCCW and my win-loss record there. I believe I have one loss and a win, I guess, thanks to you, and another win over Cole Bohannon. So I don't do too bad for myself, if I must say so myself.
Well, we'll see if you win again.
All right, guys. Since they're talking about, their past match,
hey,
guys,
Mr. Marlowe, shut up for 1 second. Let me ask you, don't you know that American Prodigy, how is his back doing? Because I left I know at Adele, a different promotion, I slapped the living piss out that child, and I left the handprint on his back.
I had one initiative, buddy. I had one person focus, but I haven't lost any focus with you.
That was you.
I've had my long road.
I mean, if we're gonna bring up my match, we need to bring up yours,
with you, buddy. So, I mean, for you to finally get your wings and spread out, whatever you want.
Get my wings.
I've told you. We ready to go whenever you're ready.
Get my wings spread out. I've wrestled in Sunbelt multiple times. I've wrestled in Pose.
I know.
I've wrestled down in Orlando. I've wrestled.
I'm saying me and you've had a long past, but at the time.
I have wrestled down in Sanford. Well, we talk about get my wings and spread out. Just because I am doing something.
No, I'm talking about from my past, from how me and you've met. So yes, I now know you're a real deal. You know what? Yeah, you got me. You got me. You threw me out of the ring, but I was really focused on one particular person. So you know what? I won't make that mistake again.
Yes,
we'll just say that.
Yes, you will.
We'll see.
All you baby faces make the same mistake. You are all dumb enough.
How's it going?
Believe it. Hey, no, we don't. Well, Facebook user, why don't you say your real name?
Took a big goal.
Which one? Got two. If you know the trick, I was jabbing from different directions to see if anybody was paying attention.
All right, but guys, we're gonna watch the very first encounter with JJ Dillinger and the shiny one, Jules Bradley, and we'll see how this went.
Oh Lord, turn this crap off.
Oh man, well, you mad, shiny one? Are you mad?
Let's go ahead and take a look at these underhanded tactics.
What underhanded tactics are you talking about? I mean, the bell was ringing.
I'm not even in my proper gear because I showed up with a completely different opponent in mind.
Whose fault?
Here he is attacking me because my back is turned.
But you're not supposed to turn your back on your opponent.
The ref issuing no count.
Look at him. You look scared at him.
And that's the quickness and the speed that you better watch out for.
Oh, man, please. Those feel like mosquito bites. And look at you. They're weak behind you. And another one. And look at you. You're trying so hard.
This is where things start to go a little south, obviously.
Well, no doubt. Because you're weak.
I'm a little dizzy from the kick to the back of the head, maybe.
Oh, how about a chop right there to the chest? Hey, Marlo, how did that sound? Does that remind you of something?
That's it. We'll have our
Pretty sure this is all illegal and the ref isn't counting.
Well, the ref is scared of me. What do you expect? He's a child.
Now I'm having trouble breathing as you grab me by the hair. The ref, again, not issuing not even a warning from this guy.
Well, he gave me a warning, man.
And you know what? This is what scares you, JJ. The resilience. Because while that would have put a normal man away.
Okay, first things first. You said that was scared me. I had to call the referee to come over and do his job. The boy was watching the match. So come on. I mean,
You see the resilience. You know, unless you
3 count.
You know, unless you bring these dirty underhanded tactics, you can't beat me.
That's not even dirty and underhanded. That is nothing more than the Casa High Shemaine.
You've already attacked me to the point where I can't even see straight.
Whose fault is that? You shouldn't have
The
turned your
rest
back.
and yours for playing dirty.
If that's what you want to say, I'll take it.
This is why I called you out, JJ. I want you to remember this moment right here.
I do remember. Even though it took the referee forever in the game to count the 3, but still, you lost.
No, don't stop it.
You heard that squeal?
We're gonna watch it. That's right, JJ. You suck.
I don't care if the fans think I suck. I won. So that's all that matters. I won. So while the fans want to hate on a hater, hey, hate on. Hate, as Ice Cube said on the Player Haters Ball on the Chappelle Show. It doesn't matter. Hate all you want. But what does matter is that JJ will suffice and win.
So, Jules, the question is, what's going to be different with y'all's match going into next Saturday? What is going to be your different strategy with that?
Not a damn thing.
I dare not say.
JJ, do you have any comments, my friend?
I always have comments. First things first, I have a friend, his name is TB12 son. He wants to let your other friend, what's his name? Derrick Henry know F you. And go Bucks go. Secondly. See, look at that. Even the boys said never turn your back, brother. The boy Ryan, that boy almost looks like Sammy Guevara, but the little Sammy Guevara lookalike. He said, "Never turn your back, brother."
I wasn't ready for the match.
That is almost racist. Do you think this is an Eddie Murphy movie? But yet again, I say to you this, young man.
What's up, Bravo?
Hey, what's up, Bravo? Diamond Club. Whatever.
Yeah, the new group
still,
with that.
What's up?
I said, yep, that new group too.
I know. It has some Y in it. It's very urban for some reason. There's a lot of people of color. I think the original Diamond Club wasn't as colorful. Let's see if this one suffices. Are you all right, Marlo? You're sitting over there laughing. You okay?
I got you.
Like my humor, it seems. You like my humor, it seems like. So, Jules, back to you. On July 15th, bring everything you have, young man. Bring all the tricks of the trade. Bring that little beautiful moonsault of yours that I always see you miss. Bring some super kicks, since that's what everybody does in the wrestling match. Hell, why about this? Why don't you do some type of tope, suicida, corkscrew, 950, whatever maneuver onto the concrete, because I'm going to move. So I'm just saying, thigh slap just like the professional. I'm going to kick your butt. Oh, you got that, Marlo. I like the fact you got that.
He said thigh slap. I love it.
Yes. This is why I'm JJ Dillinger, mother lovers. I am so damn entertaining. You want to kick KYFO, kick your effing head off?
Oh, we know who this is. We know exactly who that is.
Oh, okay. You already giving away who
we already know who that is.
What's up, Bravo? High five.
Bravo, message me and I'll send you the link, bro.
Diamond Club. Shout out to Duke, Diamond Club. I ain't shouting out the other member in there, though. I'd rather kick his butt. I'm sorry, Marlo. I know you and the Spaniard have a thing. And I know if push comes to shove, I'm going to have to kick your butt too, Marlo. But at the same time, I kind of, hey, Marlo, beat up El Nino for me. Just saying. Beat up El Nino.
I'm doing that next Saturday, so we'll see.
I'm saying, just for me, give him 1-2. Since I can't do it, I'm getting paid not to.
Okay.
Duke, make sure the money keeps coming in.
Big
Or El
Man
Nino's
Nation
a
will
dead
go
man.
down.
I'm just saying, if Duke doesn't keep paying me, El Nino's a dead man. That's all that is. But back to you, Jules. You're a dead man too.
You don't scare me.
I'm not supposed to scare you now. We're on screens. I'll scare you in person, boy.
All right, guys, that is JJ Dillinger. Any last words, man?
Oh, may the world burn. And long live JJ Dillinger.
All right, guys, that is the one, the only JJ Dillinger. Jules, you got any last things to say, man? I know he's been cutting you off through the whole thing.
That's
you got
fine.
any last words, bro?
Yeah, y'all come out July 15th to the Baker County Fairgrounds and watch me settle this score with JJ once and for all.
All right, man. Jules, I'm going to tell you personally, bro, I'm proud of you. You kill it every week, training-wise, stuff like that. Regardless about the moonsault, it's going to eventually hit, and we know when it hits, that's it. So
I've put
who
several
knows?
people away with the moonshine. Let me go ahead and plug my T-shirt since it's the last day. You guys head over to ProWrestlingTees.com. Use the promo code American23 since the American Prodigy has me on his show, and go buy your Shine On shirt because that's what I'm going to do to JJ July 15th. July 15th. This coming up not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
All right, man. I appreciate you doing this, man. And I want to say personally, good luck Saturday, man. I know it's going to be a fight. We know this is not going to be the laugh around Jules Bradley, the one that plays jokes and stuff like that. You're going to be real serious, and you're really going to be ready to beat JJ. So major props to you. And personally, for me, man, I need you to get him because I do owe him for those little chops that he liked to do on my back. So definitely, if you need backup, I'm there for you. So, Jules, like I said again, man, thank you again, and hope you have a good rest of your night. And like I said, good luck next Saturday, my friend.
Thanks, but I don't need no luck. I'm good at fighting.
All right, bro. Be safe. All right, guys. As you saw, that was one of the big anticipated matches. Jules Bradley versus JJ Dillinger. That's been a big build-up for a while. The question is Jules really going to step up? And as y'all saw, JJ choked him out last match. And regardless of the situation, the dirty antics, whatever, he got the job done. And, a win is a win, and a loss is a loss. So major props to JJ, major props to Jules as well. Jules has really expanded and grown since the last times we have talked. So who knows? Maybe he'll hit that moonshine elbow on JJ. Who knows? But guys, we definitely got a big anticipated matches. Like we said, we got Prince Handsome versus Chris Kane, the wonderful Chris Kane. That one's going to be an awesome match. We got a lot of crazy anticipations that's going to be going around as well, but definitely looking forward to this match. This match is going to be no jokes. This is going to be a hard-hitting match. But first and foremost, apparently I've got one of the guys from DWIN. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Nick Brutal. How are you?
Every day that I'm me is awesome.
That's awesome. Hey, I got an announcement for you.
Knows that.
Since you're here, I just got sent something. Somebody's about to debut next Saturday, but you might want to hear this.
What's up, everyone? It's the Emerald Weapon, Jose de Gracia, letting you know I'm going to be joining you at DCCW McClenny, Florida this Saturday, July 15th. Now, this is going to be my last wrestling match for a while, and through a stroke of luck, it's against my, I guess you can call him an arch nemesis. It's against El Nino and DWI. Now, obviously, going up against DWI by myself is a terrible idea. So just letting you know, I've got a mystery partner that's going to be joining me. I think it's going to be a good one.
What are your thoughts on that, my friend?
Wow. Lot to unpack there. First off, man, this guy just doesn't take a hint. How many times does El Nino have to beat this guy in order for him to, realize that he doesn't belong in DCCW? He doesn't belong anywhere where DWI is. And now he wants to take on both of us? And, mystery partner. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we're shaking. We're shaking real hard because, yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, we're not. We don't sweat chumps like him. Come on. DeGracia hasn't been able to get rid of El Nino in all the years that they've been feuding, and he damn sure isn't going to get rid of me. And that means he's not going to get rid of DWI. DWI is going to continue to steamroll every single tag team in DCCW. And the end goal is going to be myself and El Nino, along, of course, with the guy with the greatest parking space in all pro wrestling, Dylan Wheeler. It's going to be
guessing that's him right here, right?
Tag team gold. The end
I'm
result,
guessing that's his comment right there. Push DWI.
Yeah, I don't know. But bottom line is, Jose DeGracia can bring whoever he wants. It doesn't matter. We're going to beat him, and we're going to beat him bad. And, it's kind of fitting that, he says this is his final match. Well, for his sake, hopefully that's true. I mean, there's a good chance it was going to be his final match anyway because we're planning on beating him pretty badly. Because nothing is stopping me and Nino from winning tag team gold at DCCW.
Well, your buddy has caused an issue with certain peoples, and he's got a lot of rivals that he's not made a good amount of friends with. So there's a big options of who can be this missing partner. Do you have any idea who it could be? Do you have any assumptions? I mean, y'all have got a lot with Big Man Nation, stuff like that, even though they're wrestling a match already. Do you have any ideas?
Haven't really given it much thought because, like I said, I don't sweat chumps like Jose DeGracia. I mean, and let's be honest, if you're not making enemies in this business, you're doing something wrong. The reason we have enemies is because people are scared of us. They know that we're the up-and-coming thing. Our time is coming. And people are shaking in their boots. People are worried about losing their spots, losing their status, losing their place, whatever it is they're worried about losing. They're worried about losing it to DWI. And, those fears are going to be pretty founded when we get done with them. Because, like I said, we're claiming all the spots, we're claiming all the gold, and we're claiming all the fame and fortune. And there is nothing that anybody is going to do about it, especially not Jose DeGracia and whatever chump state he decides to drag out of the gutter somewhere.
Okay. All right. I heard you loud and clear. I mean, I just want to know if you're tired of ever carrying El Nino's bags, man, because, this dude doesn't fight for himself. I mean, you're the one that literally has.
First off, I don't carry anybody's bags. I pay people for that. I mean, that's what when you've accomplished everything that I've accomplished in life. Yeah, you don't carry your own bags.
As good as your accolades,
you damn sure don't carry anybody else's. El Nino carries his own weight. We're a team. This is a partnership. This is a business, and business is booming. Which, like I said, next weekend, Jose DeGracia and his mystery partner are going to find that out the hard way.
Okay. All right, man. I want you to hold on a little bit. We will probably have you back on pretty soon. Any last words right now? We got to get more guests out there, but appreciate you hopping on. do you have any last words?
Yeah, just the usual. That DWI next Saturday in McClenny, Florida, Baker County Fairgrounds. We are once again going to cripple the competition, and Jose DeGracia's career in DCCW is going to come to a brutal end.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Nick Brutal. Appreciate you being on.
The pleasure is all yours.
All right. Okay. Guys, we have another match that's going to be coming up, and we mentioned Big Man Nation. We just found out one of the former tag teams that has been known for a long time. I don't think his tag team partner will be on, but first and foremost, I want to thank Alejandro Bravo. How you doing, man?
Pissed off. How's it going?
Hey, man, it's Friday, so I guess we're on two different dilemmas. I'm free right now from kids right now, so I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. I decided that I probably should get in on this because I was hearing people like Brutal talking about tag teams and having gold and really beautiful things like that. But one thing that he forgot to mention is that he's actually not wrestling for gold at the show. He's not. Who is? Me. Okay, so before Brutal starts running his mouth, maybe he should put a little respect into that mouth of his and mention my name, Alejandro Bravo, who will be bringing my tag partner to go on ahead and face the Big Man Nation for their tag team titles. Now, let me tell you something. I'm on here because I want to let you and everybody else know I am not worried about this whatsoever. If you go through some history, you'll actually see that the Kings of Mayhem, which is who the Big Man Nation will be facing, has never beat us. So I'm sorry, but I'm walking into this thing feeling hella confident. What do you think?
Hey, man, I know your tag team partner Vernon from a long time ago, which he's definitely adapted way more than where I remember him at. So I definitely have seen your matches. You can hold your own. Rumor has it you are one of the hardest hitters in this business right now. So, and you're always mad. So I'm personally seeing that as well. So, I mean, if I was Steven, JoJo, I mean, I'd kind of be prepared. I mean,
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. See, along with me being pissed off, I like to still give credit where credit is due. Right. And that is that the last time that JoJo was in the ring with me, as well as Ghetto Superstar, I took him a little lightly. Now, granted, we still walked away with the victory, but I took him a little lightly, and I realized that JoJo's actually a lot better than a lot of people think, and he leads people to believe. Right. But if you put JoJo on the spot, like I put JoJo on the spot, I made him fight. And that's what's going to happen at this event. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight. How do I know there's going to be a fight? Because I'm going to be the one to start it. And I'm ending that fight by holding gold over my head. So I remain quiet 90% of the time. But seeing as I'm seeing people talk about this show and talk about gold, nobody has yet to bring up the name of Alejandro Bravo. So I'm going to go ahead and insert myself. And I'm going to let you know personally that at DCCW on September. My months are all clogged up now. On the 15th,
July,
myself and Vernon will be kicking heads off, and we will be taking the DCCW tag team titles.
All right, man. Hey, I hear you loud and clear. Like I said, man, you and Vernon have been a tag team for a long time. I know you've been more of a singles run for a while right now. So, I mean, how's that feel to get back into an old tag team group that you have been in the past? Because you were on a real big cusp of doing a solo run for a while. So how's it now to get back into a tag team genre?
Well, I'll tell you this. Myself and Vernon, we had some issues in the past. And, we kind of had to take a little bit of a break, which I kind of understood because somewhere along the way, I started to lose myself. And I started to care more and more and more about what the people thought. And then Vernon had to be the one to remind me, hey, Alejandro, you're out on the road. You're out going to these different countries. But you know what's one thing that that is the difference between you now that I remember you from before? I said, what? He said, you care what people think. And I'm like, you know what? You're 100% right. So honestly, Vernon has really gotten to my head and has really informed me of what I was not doing. Now that me and Vernon are on the same page, on the same beaten path, if you look through our history, you're going to see that we won gold everywhere we went. So if you want to know how I feel, I'm feeling peachy. Really peachy, to answer your question.
Hey, man. So I can definitely tell that this is a brotherhood that you obviously had your cut ties with back and forth. So obviously you are prepared to bring this present back out. So major love
By the
to
way,
y'all.
man, kudos on the podcast. I'm enjoying it. I've been watching it since the beginning. I think you're doing a good job.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words for that. Definitely do. Definitely have been trying to get you on in the past. I know all our schedules been crazy intellect. So definitely it's going to be cool to share a locker room with you. So
it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yes, sir. At any rate, I just wanted to hop on here, let you go, throw my 2 cents in there, make sure that the name of Alejandro Bravo does not go in vain and does not go forgotten. At any rate, good luck to you in your match. And if you need help kicking somebody's head off, you just let me know. I'll be more than happy to either slide in when the referee ain't looking, pop a few jaws out of place, and make sure you get that W.
Hey, I usually don't roll that way, but I appreciate the offer. But I think I got this. I think I'm prepared. I've been putting myself through the ringer again, getting myself ready to go again. So we'll see what happens. Definitely appreciate the offer, but thank you. But you focus on being the tag team champs again. And yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to sharing the locker room with you.
Yes, sir. Likewise. It's been good, my friend. You take it easy.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, guys. Back with Nick Brutal. So, obviously, you say you are not worried about Jose. Alejandro wanted to approach saying that you are not going for tag team gold. How you feel about that?
Well, you don't say. I mean, it's as if we don't watch it's as if we don't watch Dccw or something. Yeah. No kidding. Our match isn't for tag team gold because Jose and his mystery partner aren't the champions. Wow, super observant, Alejandro. Yeah. Anyway, he talks about people putting respect on his name. Yeah, I mean, I tried that a couple years back, and him and Vernon decided to insult us. So screw him. Here's the difference, though. He ain't dealing with the Smoking Aces anymore. He's dealing with DWI, and he's never faced this like this. So, if he wants respect on his name, he's going to have to earn it. So,
okay.
That's all I got to say about that. And I guarantee El Nino feels the same way.
Well, I mean, El Nino joined him on the Diamond Club, so... I mean,
yeah, well, we'll sort that. Yeah, I mean, business is business. I mean, so maybe needs to wrangle his boy.
I don't know, man. I see Nino just joining more groups. He builds enemies and then just joins with other people. Like I said, he can't fight his own battles, so that's why I've always wondered, how somebody like you chose
strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers. Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, I got DWI. Back home, I'm part of, back up north, I'm part of a group called the Status Symbols up at the American States Wrestling Alliance, where I am the current ASWA Universal Champion, if we're going to talk about, other promotions for a little bit here. And I'll be defending that title next month. So, be on standby for that. But bottom line, strength in numbers, like I said. I mean,
what is different with DWI? How you're saying, what is different with DWI? What's been different?
We're a unit. We had to. Obviously, like any organization, we had to restructure some things. We had to trim the fat. Cut our losses in some areas. but it's made us better, and we're only going straight up from here.
Okay.
And see, the theory about strength in numbers, think about a hand. It's been said many times. Each individual finger has a certain amount of strength, but fingers can easily be broken. But you bring those fingers together, they form a fist. And that fist can knock through just about any competition with the proper motivation. And that's exactly what Nino and I are going to do. I don't care if you're Jose de Gracia. I don't care if you're Diabetes Nation. I don't care if you're the Kings of Mayhem. Bring them all on. We're going to knock each and every one of them down.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, why isn't your other guy here right now? Like,
because
gave him
when
the
you're
invite.
When you're as important as we are, you're very busy. You got things going on. I mean, I had to move some things around just to get on here. So again, you should feel privileged that you have me right now, because I got a lot on my plate. But like I said, when you're as important as I am, you're busy. Everybody wants to tease you. I mean, that's just how it is. So.
Okay. All right, man.
You roll
So
with it.
obviously,
Especially Dylan. He rolls with everything, though. But that's the whole other story.
oh Lord. I don't know. You got a comment for that?
I don't know. I mean, that's probably why he's so cool. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Terrible fun. But you know what? Not as terrible as the beating that we're going to put on Jose de Gracia and his partner this coming Saturday.
Do you have any idea who it could be?
Like I said, I mean, I don't know.
Hold up.
Nobody likes him.
Hello? Can you hear
Speaking
me?
of the devil. Hey, Nino, brother, what's going on?
What's up, Brutal? Now, Brutal, get me up to speed because I've been busy. I'm driving. What the hell was that?
Okay, what the hell was that?
Oh.
So bring me up to speed. What is this? What is this so-called American prodigy? What's going on? What is it that I missed?
I don't know. All I know is that Jose de Gracia, your old friend, decided that he's going to show up next Saturday at DCCW, and he's taking us on with a mystery partner.
Well, wait, hold on.
I guess we'll just
hold on. I got you right here. You can see her.
It's the Emerald Weapon, Jose de Gracia, letting you know I'm going to be joining you at DCCW, McClenny, Florida, this Saturday, July 15th. Now, this is going to be my last wrestling match for a while, and through a stroke of luck, it's against my, I guess you can call him an arch nemesis. It's against El Nino and DWI. Now, obviously, going up against DWI by myself is a terrible idea. So just letting you know, I've got a mystery partner that's going to be joining me. I think this is going to be a good one.
Wait, hold up. So not only does Jose de Gracia disrespects us by challenging us, like who is he? First of all, who is he to be challenging anybody? And now he's coming after us. And now he has a so-called mystery partner? Who's this mystery partner?
You know what, Nino? Like, don't even worry about it. I mean, whoever it is, I mean, they can't be anybody important because, I mean, like I said, who's Jose? I mean, does he even have friends? I mean, come on. And besides, even amongst his friends, I mean, who amongst his friends is dumb enough?
Why you sound so concerned?
I'm just tired of him following me. Just like you, American Prodigy. I'm tired of both of y'all stalking me.
That dumped you on your head, and you literally out the ropes, right? You said you were going to throw me out. Didn't you say you were going to throw me out?
Well, I don't
Didn't
know
it
what
go
you're
the
talking.
other way
We talking. I know what you're talking about. We talking DCCW. I don't know what you're talking about
Oh,
over
I
the
was
road.
supposed to be banned from there, right? But I'm making a debut next Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know who you paid off. First of all, I don't know who you paid off. You should be banned. Dylan was supposed to take care of that, and all of a sudden you're making your debut. Who are you facing? Because I know you're not facing us. You're not ready for this. You coming from a 5-year hiatus. You rusty.
That 5-year hiatus
You
whooped your
rusty.
ass last time we were in the ring. You want to keep going?
I know what you're talking about. That never happened. Point is, you coming from a 5-year hiatus. Whoever you're going to be facing, if you have a match, I don't know if you have a match, or you're just going to come in and wave to the people and nobody's going to remember you because it's been 5 years. They're going to beat you because it's been 5 years. You're not on our level, American Prodigy. Just like Jose.
Don't feel bad. Not a lot of people are on our level, so I mean, you're in good company, I guess.
I just don't understand why.
So who do you think
Caribbean
the
kid-
mystery partner is? Who do you think it is?
The Mr. I don't know. I don't like playing guessing games. I don't like
You got
playing
an idea?
guessing games because
You
we're
got two of your-
DWI.
You got two of your nemesis that are going to be sharing a locker room with you next Saturday. How do you feel about that? Like,
First
I'm
of
not
all-
having to be in the crowd. I'm not
First
in
of
the
all-
crowd this game. I'm in the locker room.
With doing what? Bringing my bags. That's what you're good for. Your debut on
Bringing your
DCCW.
Yeah, it's funny.
In the
We were
locker
actually
room.
talking
That's
about
not
that
like it's
earlier
1-0
about
right
like
now.
carrying
1
bags.
to your 0. 1 to your 0.
Maybe we can.
How does that feel for you? You had a podcaster throw you out of a battle royal.
That I don't remember that. That didn't happen. I don't even know what you're talking about.
1-on-1 drives a Pinto.
I know what you're talking about. That didn't happen. Secondly, first of all, you're not an arch nemesis. You're a stalker. Okay, Jose de Gracia. I don't know if you want to call it. That's another stalker, honestly. But we've been going at it for 5 years. You are a stalker, and Dylan was supposed to get a restraining order. I don't know what happened there. There's no why are you at DCCW? Why are you going to be there July 15th? There's no reason for you to be there.
I got asked to go.
Who
I got
asked
asked to
you?
go. Vanessa personally messaged me saying, "Hey, I want you here. I want you to wrestle. I want you to make your debut here. You belong here."
Belong. She used the word belong.
I belong here.
You belong in the insane asylum because you're crazy to think that we're in the same sentence. Okay, American Prodigy and DWI don't belong in the same sentence. Okay, Nick Brutal, Dylan Wheeler, and we're going for the tag team gold, and we don't need no distractions. We don't need no distractions right now.
Yeah, I tried to tell him this
That dog
earlier.
is being brutalized. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you said you went out to Sunbelt. You were going to kick my ass. You were going to put me in my place. How'd that go for you?
That's right, and I put hands on you, and that felt
put
good.
hands on me. Yes, I will give you that.
That felt
You put
real
hands on
good.
me. But how did it feel at the end? How did it feel at the end? Did you do the job that you said you were going to do? No.
It was a battle. Okay, first of all, it was a battle royal, which is chaos anyway.
I was in a match before.
Somebody threw me out. I don't know who threw me out.
How does that make you feel? This retired podcaster had a match before that battle royal, won that match, and then go and faced you and did exactly what I said I was going to do.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no footage. I got thrown out. It wasn't by you. I could tell you that much.
Yeah,
I can tell you that much.
There's plenty of footage, buddy. There's plenty.
Yeah, deep fakes and CGI. Okay, if it pops up, it's fake. It's a deep fake. Okay, bunch of AI stuff going around. A bunch of AI stuff.
It's crazy what they can do with the phones and the technology today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not even be here right now.
So the question is,
we can all be
since
robots
you
right
are
now.
the mouthpiece
we're
that
not.
feels like the DWI. So, who do you think the mystery partner is?
I don't honestly. This whole mystery partner stuff is rather boring. It's really boring because honestly, again, DWI, we've been doing this for a couple of years, and now we're in a position. We're in a position for gold, and of course, anytime that happens, people want to come in and distract us. Okay, so Jose de Gracia, I don't care who your mystery partner is. I don't care who your mystery partner is. You want to get in our business, we could finally settle it. We'll finally settle it. And you just say it. Who's the mystery partner? Because I don't care. I don't care.
Someone says you're boring. Someone says your crying is boring. Someone said it might be JJ.
No, JJ and I, we're in a group in Georgia. Now, we're on the same page.
I heard if Duke doesn't pay, he's coming for you. So I don't know about that one either. So you might want to get your people.
Where'd you hear that? That's a bunch of.
Okay, he personally said it on here. So I mean, he personally said it on here. I don't know if Brutal was here at that time in the back, but JJ personally said he's coming after you if he doesn't get his cut from Duke. So.
Nick, you see what he's doing? Not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm not falling for that divide and conquer stuff. We a faction, we a group, we stick together. That's why we're successful, and that's why you've been out for 5 years, because you're jealous. You're jealous of our lives. You're jealous of our trajectory.
You're jealous of you until you came on my show.
See, I tried to explain this to him earlier. You know, strength in numbers. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
This is why DWI is successful. This is why I've had success with the status symbols up at ASWA. And, this is why we're going to keep having success.
That's right. That's right. And once we get that gold.
Together we are unstoppable.
Exactly. And once we get that gold American party, we the A side. We the E side. So you could go to DCCW. You could have your matches and try to build up. But you know what? You're never going to touch me because I'm in the tag team division. You don't have a tag team. You're not a tag team. You're a singles guy. So we're not even going to cross paths. See, that's the thing. We're running parallel. We're in different universes, okay? And that's just the fact of life.
Something, I got a friend that wants to say something to you.
A friend. Oh, hey, JJ, Diamond Club. We're in the Diamond Club.
Shut up, boy.
Oh, my God. Why'd you put him on?
Because I do a lot of things. Plus my name. Once I hear my name, I come a running, like the old song says. A little Michael Jackson for you. But I did say that, El Nino. So make sure Duke gives me my money, or I might be the mystery opponent for you. Diamond Club.
I got to get on the phone with Duke. JJ's a little off, but you know what? We got crazy.
It's starting to be.
You just got to kind of contain it a little bit.
If you can't beat them, you join them, and I guess you got the way of joining the group, but apparently you're not exceeding what you're trying to present. So
every group I've been a part of has been successful. First, it was the Legion of Pain. Then it was DWI, and now it's the Diamond Club. And every single one of them, I've gotten championships. I've gotten opportunities. Okay, so don't tell me you don't know. You've been gone for 5 years.
JJ,
you've been gone for 5 years.
JJ just personally said it, not me. I mean, obviously you got your ties with Brutal, right? Because I know Brutal would not be dealing with this if you weren't holding your end of the bargain, obviously. So apparently you got something wrong that JJ is not happy about. So why you get mad at me?
See, I'm not playing this game. See, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to rattle JJ up. JJ's in a different world. He does his thing. We just contain JJ, but we use his energy. But I don't even have to be explaining this to you. I don't got to talk strategy to you. You're not part of the club. You're not part of DWI. You're not part of nothing. You're not part of nothing.
Nino.
Yeah.
All we got to do next Saturday is let our actions talk.
That's right.
Because that's what we do best. I mean,
right.
Yeah, we can talk about everything that we're going to do, as we often do, but bottom line is we do the best talking when that bell rings and we leave people laying.
Great point.
That's exactly what we're going to be doing next Saturday to Jose and this mystery partner, which still hasn't been named. And at this point, I mean, who cares?
Wait, where'd Nick go? How dare you cut off Nick Brutal? How dare you cut him off? Bring Nick back.
Hold up. I've got something to tell you. Personally,
You got something to tell me.
Got something personally to tell you. But first, I want you to see something.
Okay. Was that a highlight reel?
No. You want to know who that mystery partner is. You've been sitting here whining nonstop. You thought we were done?
Yeah, I think we are done, actually.
You really think we're done?
Yeah, you cut off Nick Brutal in mid-sentence, which is rude, by the way. You talk about this mystery partner. Jose's pissing me off. Every year, he got to follow me. Every year, he got to stick his nose where it doesn't belong.
Aren't you the guy that said I was going to be banned from our arena?
Yeah, because you attacked me after my match. You were in the crowd, and there's footage of that. And you should be banned.
Well, newsflash, I'm not banned. And you want to know who my debut is?
Yeah,
Are
who
you
are
ready?
you debuting
Are you
with?
ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
How's your face feel? Because that was just a taste at Sunbelt. Next Saturday, I'll see you.
What are you talking about? What do you mean you'll see me? Yeah, you'll see me across the locker room. Don't you get close to me either. Don't you get close to me in the locker room.
Nino, no. For the first time, shut up. I'm that mystery partner.
What? No.
I'll see you Saturday.
No, you're not the mystery partner. No. You know what? I don't have to take this. I'm out of here. Get me off.
DWI. Games are over. See y'all next Saturday. I'm done. Yes, guys, that is the true statement. That is going to be this. I am the mystery partner. It is going to be me, Jose, versus DWI next Saturday at the Baker County Fairgrounds. Yes, I am. My debut will be facing Nick Brutal and El Nino. This joke's time's over. Relevant, whatever they want to say, is done. I'll see them Saturday. But also, guys, just to name the cards that's going to be there, you're going to have Storm Thomas back at DCCW. You're going to have Jake Logan wrestling this Saturday as well. Man, there's going to be an awesome card, man. Just to name what the big matches are obviously going to be. We got Jules Bradley. We've got JJ Dillinger. We got Alejandro Bravo bringing back the Kings of Mayhem with the one, the only Vernon himself. I mean, it's crazy to see Vernon back up and rolling again. I mean, there's going to be a great showcase that's going to be at this show. Like I said, guys, Big Man Nation are going to defend their tag team titles against Alejandro Bravo and Vernon Black as well. We got the DCCW World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Chance Aaron versus the Authority Eddie Torres. We have Storm Thomas versus that dude, Jamie Stanley. We have Lexi Gomez versus Jamie Shealy. And, of course, we will have Max Dawson versus Skylark, guys. And, of course, we're going to have JJ Dillinger versus Jules. And, of course, we got Prince Handsome versus Chris, Mr. Wonderful Kane. That's right, guys. I'm looking forward to that match itself as well. And, of course, guys, DWI versus me and Jose next Saturday at the Baker County Fairgrounds. So, guys, get your tickets. Get there early. There's going to be some dark matches at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Get there. That one is personally free. You can go in and see some awesome matches, some cool dark matches, guys. It's going to be an awesome show. Guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. This was an awesome episode. Cool little special for DCCW Heatwave. It's going to be a big event next Saturday at the Baker County Fairgrounds. Once again, guys, I am back. I am making my debut, not only back in Jacksonville after 5 years being back in Jacksonville wrestling again. I'm making my debut at the Baker County Fairgrounds for DCCW. I'm not in the crowd. I am ready to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. El Nino, versus me. It may not be one-on-one, but I'm going to get my hands on him. That is going to be the biggest thing about it. Next Saturday, July 15th. Don't miss this event. Guys, I want to thank everybody for joining us, watching this awesome episode. It was so cool just to have an interaction with Handsome, Alejandro Bravo, and, even that little knucklehead El Nino, and of course Nick Brutal, because I'm going to get to know Brutal very well next Saturday as well. So guys, thank y'all for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed this. It's going to be an awesome episode next Saturday, July 15th. I can't preach it anymore, guys. The Baker County Fairgrounds at 7 p.m. bell time, man. Doors are open. There is going to be some dark matches happening at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That one is free. Go if you want to see some free, awesome wrestling, and then come back when the regular show comes in at bell time at 6:30. Doors open, and of course, guys, you're going to have some awesome, awesome matches. As you can see, the heated rivalry between Jules and JJ. That is going to, who knows what's going to happen. The biggest question, is my opinion, is Jules going to hit that moonshine? Is he going to hit it? Is he going to hit that moonsault finally on somebody? And of course, if he hits it on JJ, will that be it? Obviously, we got Prince Handsome versus the wonderful Mr. Wonderful Chris Kane, man. I'm looking forward to that match. Chris has been really putting himself up in the ranks, really elevating himself up. I'm looking forward to seeing if he's after that next stepping stone against Prince Handsome. I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously, guys, seeing Storm Thomas doing his thing, and of course, facing the uprising Jamie Stanley. That's going to be an awesome episode, awesome match. You're going to have Chance Arn, the DCCW heavyweight champion, versus the Authority, Eddie Taurus. If you don't know who that is, Google him, research him, watch him on YouTube. The dude is awesome. He has been around. Same thing with Storm Thomas. Same thing with Chance Arn. I mean, you're going to see so much good action coming up next Saturday, July 15th. Guys, get your tickets. If you got to, get a hold of Vanessa, get a hold of Steve, get a hold of those guys for this awesome event that's going to come on, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. This was a very awesome special. I thought, we started this feud on the 100th episode to finally presenting, the match between me and El Nino. Why not bring it, showcase onto the show? I just found out, not even right after I got Brutal off the show, that I was going to be that mystery partner. So I am very thankful for Vanessa and Steve for giving me this opportunity to do this. It's going to be an awesome thing. I'm not going to take it lightly, and I'm finally going to get my hands once again on El Nino, because this is nowhere near done. So, guys, thank y'all. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that. Find us at Buzzing with Marlo. We are on all social media handles. Obviously, you can find us on all audio platforms, just to name a few. Guys, we are finally on Pandora, man. Round of applause, man. I can't believe that. I got that notification today. That was insane to me. Now we're officially on 87 platforms audio-wise. That is insane. Insane. Finally on Pandora is a big, huge thing for me. Guys, Buzzing with Marlo will be back in September. I have not got an exact date right now. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up. Right now, I'm enjoying the summer with my family, my kids. My son is home with us, so it's going to be fun with that. But, guys, thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all go out next Saturday night to the Baker County Fairgrounds if you are in the Florida area, if the Jacksonville area, and go and watch this awesome event. You're going to see yours truly making his debut back, rocking the red, white, and blue, the gloves, the mask, the tights, everything. If you haven't, go on YouTube, watch my very first debut match back in pro wrestling. I've gotten a lot of great feedback on it. Shout out to Gabe. He gave me a heck of a fight, but at the end, I proved that I could still do this. So, guys, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all, and I will see y'all either next Saturday or I'll see Buzzing with Marlo back in September. A lot of new episodes, a lot of new creative things we're going to be doing, man. Shout out to all the new subscribers we got on YouTube. We are almost at 500 subscribers, so keep that ball going. Keep it rolling. I thank y'all. I love y'all, and I will see y'all when we come back from break, guys. Love y'all. See y'all later.